Sec. So,
Oh,
did you see it?
yeah,
One
I
Piece movie, the
searched
19.
One Piece movie. Yeah,
Yeah,
19.
yeah, 2019. So it's
2019.
mhm. So
Okay.
is it available
Well, the
on
new
the cinema or on the movie theaters there in Taiwan?
in some movie theater. Yeah, it is what about is it display? It is yeah.
Mm-hmm. I see.
There are many there are sell rare movie theater
Mm-hmm.
display this movie.
I see. Yeah, because like in this one, I have actually not seen the trailer yet, but I want to see it. Yeah.
Oh,
Actually, last, no, no, it was not last. It was yesterday that I was, no, it wasn't. Oh, it's Thursday today. So it was this Tuesday that I was supposed to watch it with my boyfriend, but I don't know. I just wasn't feeling well, so we did not. Yeah. So, yep. So that was terrible. Okay, yeah, but I want to see it probably I'll see if we can see it this Saturday. Yeah.
oh, this
I
Saturday.
hope. Oh well, I think he has a meeting. I don't know. Okay. If not, so I'm just gonna wait for the full movie on the internet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
so your boyfriend like One Piece?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, because his name is Ace, and he feels like he is Luffy's brother,
yes,
right?
yes,
Port Gas, what it? No, no, Port, yeah, Port Gas the Ace, right?
yes,
So
yes.
he feels like that, like, hey, I'm Port Gas the Ace. Yeah, he's so silly.
Oh,
Anyway, okay, so let's check your work. When the disaster happened, so it should be hold on. So it should be oh wait. So when the disaster happened, the soldiers had to deliver the supplementaries. Hold on a second. Supplementary here is an adjective.
oh,
Yeah.
is that adjective?
So
So,
meaning we need a noun to describe it. I mean to use it to describe the noun, right? We should use it to describe the noun. So how about instead we'll say the soldiers had to deliver the supplementary materials. Is that okay?
okay. Oh,
Supplementary
supplementary.
materials to the victims. Okay?
Okay. I remember this word is noun,
Mm.
and I look up the dictionary.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it shows that these words can be adjective or noun.
Oh, okay. So probably you mean to say supplements or supplement. Because supplement, yeah,
Supplement.
supplement is the noun. Man, this is the noun. When you say supplementary, that is the adjective. Like you can say
Sup, uh,
supplementary vitamins, supplement, um, wait, hold on a second.
Supplementary. It also can be noun.
Oh yeah, I think you're right. I'm thinking about it and
Okay.
like I'm thinking of the example sentences that I could give you. And I'm like, hold on a second. Okay, let
Okay.
me check it on Google. So, oh, you're right. That's right. Wait, hold a second. Supplementary. So, complementing or enhancing as for the adjective. While as used for a noun, you can say a supplementary person or thing. Oh, wait. Supplementary. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, my voice is okay. When the disaster happened, the soldiers had to deliver the supplementaries to the victims. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, wow. You're getting better at this.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Yeah, but I
supplementaries.
think the supplementary materials is also good. Yeah,
Okay, so let's put this as a noun. Okay, as a noun.
it's a noun.
Okay,
Yeah.
not the noun, but noun. Okay. So as for this
Okay.
one, we can also say um, when the disaster happened, the soldiers had to deliver the supplementary materials to the victims. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So, okay then. So can you read them, please?
Okay. Um, as a noun, when the disaster happened, the soldiers had to deliver the supplementaries to the victims. When the disaster happened, the soldiers had to deliver the supplementary materials to the victims.
Mm-hmm. So do you have any questions?
No?
Mm-hmm. Okay then. So if no more questions, then no more
No more
answer.
answers.
Okay,
Okay.
let's go to the next word, please.
Okay. Retrieve. To recover or regain. I forgot my bag in the restaurant, so I went back to retrieve it.
Mm, okay, so let's see. Um, okay, I forgot my bag in the restaurant, so I went back to retrieve it. Okay, very good. You know what? I remember when
Yeah,
I was 8 years old, my dad brought me to his office, to like his old office.
yeah.
So on our way, so my dad, even though I was just 8 years old, when we are walking the city, he would not hold me and like hold me while we're walking. He just walks on his own and not bothering if his daughter is still walking beside him or after him. So yeah, because my dad is not really that affectionate. So he would walk on his own and like he would have his big strides. Like he's really tall and his legs are really long. So like when he walks and if I walk with him, um I would need to walk as if like I'm so it's like the ratio if his one stride is two strides or three strides for me. Yeah, or two
Oh,
steps for me. Yeah. So he,
oh,
yeah. So think about it. I was 8 and I was short, of course. And so I was we were we he brought me to his office, but before he we went to the office, we first went to have a breakfast at this mall. And so I was carrying my small bag where my things are like my toothbrush, like my ball pen because I was 8 and I like writing. And then like because my dad also was eating really fast and he was like, "Okay, Angel." Because he calls me Angel. So, "Okay, Angel, eat fast, eat fast."
yeah.
Yeah, so I was 8 and then like I was eating my sandwich really fast and then when we were done and he was like, "Okay, fast, fast, fast. We have to get to the office really fast because I'm running late." And and then like I just stood up and then like I drank my I think I had a soda, or I don't know what kind of drink I had, but I jug it really fast and drank it really fast, and then we went out of the mall, and then like probably after 2 blocks I remembered, I was like, Papa, I forgot my bag. And he was like, you're so silly, it's the only thing that you're looking after. And I was like, oh really, so at least I'm looking after my bag, but you're not looking after me. And yeah, we went back, and then like we were running. So if like for example, if we see each other in Taiwan and we decide, you and your wife, and I mean like us three would decide to go out and eat outside, I walk really fast. Yeah, because that's how I learned from him. Yeah, that was really crazy. Yep. Okay. You know what? Right now he's 58, and whenever we would be out, I would be walking faster than he is, and he was like, "Wow, I wonder who taught you to walk fast." Yeah. Anyway, okay, so let's go to the next next word. Can you read it, please?
So did he remember this event, this
Oh,
story?
yeah, I do. I was 8, and it was really memorable to me. Yeah, because
Okay.
I don't know, I just have those. I think those were like the times. I think those were probably, I would come to his office, either it be on our birthday because we have the same birthday, right? And
Yes.
or Christmas because I would ask for red envelopes from his office mates. Yeah, like I would try to be cute and I would ask for a Christmas gift. Yeah, so those were my memorable times as a kid. Mm-hmm. Right. Yep. So do you have like a memory like that when you were younger?
Now we're younger.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. No, yeah, I take care. I look after my bag
Okay,
carefully.
that's good. That is really good. Well, you're a responsible kid. And probably your dad is also looking after you. My dad did not.
No, 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 no. My mother is looking after
Oh,
me.
like,
Yeah, and then my father is work alone.
oh, it's the same. Probably Asian dads are like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I am so curious about why my father is work alone
Mm-hmm.
and work fast, but my mother is always look at his bag.
Oh. Oh,
I don't
you
know
know
why.
what? I think that might be really an Asian thing. I mean, like here in the Philippines, couples would walk together. But like if you would watch Korean dramas or Japanese dramas, or if you would watch animes in Asia, my goodness, my references. If you would look at those details, like the guys always walk in front of the women, and that is in our culture in Asia, because we are patriarchal societies, meaning like we have more respect for men.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
man. Oh.
Mm. So unlike, like for example, in the culture like Mexico or Spain, they have more regards towards the women. Like for example, I think I'm not very sure about this, but I think there was one time that I saw this document and where the children have their mother's last name because in their country they like they give more regards to women because they give birth, meaning like they have most of the sacrifices. Yeah.
Oh. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
sacrifices.
Yeah, so I think in our countries, especially in the olden times, we let the guys walk in front of us. Yeah.
Oh, but it didn't happen nowadays.
I think some,
It,
probably a little bit. I think it still
a
has,
little bit. Oh,
especially with our old folks. I mean, like our your father and mother were born around like an old, not really in olden times, but I mean like like your grandfather and grandmother passing down this tradition. I think it still
yeah.
lives.
Oh,
Mm,
got it.
yeah. So how about you and your wife? How do you walk in the mall? Do you
Oh, we work together.
Uh-huh. See, I think it's like
Yeah.
something like the tradition is evolving, right? But if you would look at those old
Yeah.
couples, you would see the husband walking in front of the woman. Mm,
Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
Yeah. In for the man who uh has the same
Mm-hmm.
ears, same what uh, with my
Mm-hmm.
father. Yeah, I mean they are
Mm-hmm.
elder.
Like the other
Yeah.
couples, right?
Yes, they also do this kind of music.
Mm-hmm. That is right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I cannot let my boyfriend walk in front of me because I'm so insecure when I walk. Because I am so clumsy, so I tend to trip. Yes, I need someone holding me when I'm walking. Yeah. Okay. So anyhow, let's go to the next word.
Yes, lengthy,
Mm-hmm.
uh, tediously verbose, very long, too long. The speech is too lengthy, so students are falling asleep.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So let's see. The speech is too lengthy, and so this is. I think so even though so is used as a cause and effect, right? So even though it is
Yes.
used as a cause and effect, um, it's because so is more of like what do you call this? Um, so like for example, if I say like the I was I was I was waiting. Okay, now that I'm waiting for my turn, I would I don't know, not wait, hold on a second. How do I use so in a sentence? Um okay, so like for example, my sister has holiday bonus. My sister received her holiday bonus, so and she went and grabbed her favorite shampoo because it's expensive. So anyhow, in this sentence, I think it would be better to use the speech is too lengthy. That's why the students are falling asleep.
Oh, but so is not. I think it is used to lead to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If sentence A lead to sentence B, so we can use so between sentence A and sentence
Mm-hmm.
B.
I think. Okay, so hold on a second. Let me check this because
Oh,
I'm rather confused now. Okay, so as for this one, hold on a second because I'm contacting Google, our best friend. Okay, should you
yeah.
place a comma before so? See, no, not I'm not asking for a comma. Then you had the highest. Okay, the speech is too lengthy, so the students are falling asleep. Oh, okay then. Sorry. So I know now what I was looking for. The comma. Yeah.
The comma.
So this is the only
Okay.
thing that I would add here. Yeah. Sorry to confuse you.
Oh,
Yeah, this is the only thing that I was like, oh wait, there's something missing. Okay. Yes,
oh,
it's
the
just the
comma.
comma.
Okay.
Okay, well, good thought. Okay, so I
Yeah.
think most speakers dreaded the fact that they would end up making people sleep during their speeches. Like I think it's a big insult. Like for example, when you go to a restaurant and you have not tried the food yet, but you added salt and pepper right away, right? So I learned that
Yeah.
when you go to a restaurant, it would it just shows that you are disrespectful towards the cook or the chef when you do that. Yeah.
Cook.
Putting that aside, in relation to that, um when you're the speaker and people are falling asleep, you would feel disrespected. At the same time, you would feel like you are what do you call this, you are a failure. Yeah,
A failure. What do you mean?
failure.
A failure.
You feel
A
like
failure.
you're a failure because you have not
A
grabbed the
failure.
people's interests or their attention.
In how to
A
spell a
failure.
failure?
Yeah, this
A
one.
failure.
Oh, no, no, hold a second. Failure. Here. Do you see it?
Where? Oh, failure. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
failure. Got it. Yeah. Yeah. I think it is a failure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For the speaker. Yeah. But in they in some speech, the yeah we they will when the speech is happened, and they will in the junior high school or in senior high school, when there is something happened, and the host will say, oh, let's invite the let me google it. Sorry, let me google it. Let's invite the let's invite the principal to say something. Yeah, and the principal come to the come to in front of all students, and he say, uh, as a student, we should do something, and all students are are falling asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Something like that.
It's so funny. I think you're getting the blah 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 now. The habit of doing it. Yeah, so you would feel like a failure. So my point is like if you're the speaker, you would not want people to falling asleep while you're speaking, right? Yeah, so
Yes, yes, yes.
aside from being or feeling disrespected, you would also feel failure. So I think too lengthy of a talk is too much. Yeah.
Oh, tourism for photo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Right.
yeah. So we have to point out the important thing in the simplified
Mm-hmm.
sentence. Okay,
Okay. So do you have any more
that's right.
questions?
That's true.
Okay.
No,
Then if no question, no. There you go.
answer.
Okay, so next word. What is our next word? Mm-hmm.
Focal, situated at, passing through, or measured from the focus. The focal product is iPhone 11 recently.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's see. Okay, the focal product is situated at passing through or measured from the focus. Product is iPhone 11. The recent focal. I think you can probably. I think it would be better if the word recently would be here. The recent focal product is iPhone 11. Yeah.
Oh,
Because if
okay.
you say the
Recent.
focal product is the iPhone 11 recently, it sounds like what do you call this? Nothing, not any product or what do you call this? There is no product that came out recently aside from the iPhone 11. But if you put this recent focal product, it means like there are other products, but the iPhone 11 is the only, uh, not this the only, but the focal product at the moment. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so here. Okay, so can you please read that?
Uh, the recent focal product is iPhone 11.
Okay, so then if we're done, if no more question, excuse me, let's go now to the sorry, to the speech preparation
Okay.
methods. Okay, like how are we gonna plan your speech? Okay. So let's so because I don't want you to sleep off while reading, let's read what I call this per tip. Okay? Okay.
Okay.
So how about you start how about I start first? No, I think the longest one is the number 3. Okay, you start first. Okay.
Okay. I start
Mm-hmm.
first.
So plan your speech and then tip
Okay.
1. Can you read it please?
Identify the topic of your speech, and I have to read the sentence, the explanation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Uh, choo- Choose a single focused message rather than trying to cover multiple topics.
Mm-hmm. Pinpoint. Okay, so what do you think about it? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
Choose a single focus message. So, like, I think, for example, your boss tells you, like, okay, Brian, talk about education. There's a lot of topics that can get out from the topic education itself, right? It is a general topic. Um, you can talk about the effect of education on the poor. You can talk about education as a what do you call this? As a means for opportunity and a lot more, right? And then yeah,
Yeah.
but we have to focus on one message. Okay. So let's go to
Yes.
tip 2. So pinpoint your audience. Are you speaking to children or adults? Are you speaking to people to know nothing about your topic or people who are experts on your topic? Understanding your audience will help you target your speech appropriately. Okay. So what do you think about this?
Mm, for the second point, I think it is difficult to know uh, so sorry, it is not to know, yeah, to control the level of your audience. I mean, if you are going to talking about
Mm-hmm.
psychology, yeah, and there are some audience which who are not good at psychology, and the others are the experts uh, at the psychology. So which kind of speech will you
Mm,
deliver?
right. I mean, me?
Yeah, I think if your audience, the level of your
Uh-huh.
audience is different. Yeah, so I how to
Um,
convey
well,
this.
before first, this pinpointing your audience happens before you have your speech, right? Before your speech presentation.
Yes.
So meaning when you're preparing for a speech about for example, when you're selling the phone, right? You're selling the iPhone 11, and then you're not gonna talk about the most technical thing in front of, um, let's say, in front of the farmers, right? You'll probably be saying that, oh, this has a good camera, this has a good music, right? So I think that is, you have to really know your audience um, before getting into your presentation. Yeah, so like for example,
Oh,
because I
got it.
know something about psychology and I know the parts of the brain, and when I was still teaching at the senior high school, and I was teaching my students about the parts of the brain, I would not need to go really in depth, right? I would just
Oh,
have to point out like the
yes.
basic things about the brain, because they would not really remember the hardest words the hardest words that are in the brain.
Oh,
So I can give them facts, but I cannot expect them to really understand those. So all I could say is that, like our, what do you call this, there's a part of our brain that is in charge of emotions and hunger, and that is hypothalamus. Yeah, so I can only use basic things.
oh,
Mm-hmm.
got it. But I mean is that Angela is going to give a speech to public, and you cannot control which one who will come to your speech. Maybe the expert is coming too, and the
Mm-hmm.
general person who are not good at the psychology is
Oh,
also coming.
what am I gonna do if both of them are coming at the same time? Well, I would,
Yes.
I would I would, what I call this? So if the experts know that there are also people in the audience that do not know, I think they would understand if you're gonna be talking generally, you know? But you can make
Oh,
your, what do you call this, I think in that part, you can use general facts while entertaining the audience with specific experiences. Mm-hmm. So like for
oh,
example, if my topic is like, um let's say, because there's a lot of things that you can talk about in psychology. So like, let's say one of the trainings that I went to, is about the resilience of the Filipino in times of disaster, meaning like how the coping strategies of the Filipinos in times of tragic events, right? Because we have a lot of typhoons, and that training or that seminar happened after the typhoon Haiyan. So remember that super typhoon? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Haiyan.
Yeah, so there
Oh,
was this
yeah,
super
yeah, yeah.
typhoon in 2013, and then of a lot of what I call this, a lot of trainings have been a topic, or has a topic with that topic about this resilience. Uh-huh. So what happened is that in that audience, even though you don't, in that kind of topic, you don't really need to be really specific with like scientific terms or anything, but you can just use the basic understanding. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Understanding.
so in
Okay.
that, I think that was a successful seminar because both the students, the freshmen and the graduate students were able to, excuse me, were able to have a good, what I call this, would be able to have a good understanding, or were able to have a good understanding about the topic.
Oh,
Hmm.
got it.
Yep. So yeah, so you can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank
So
you.
let's say in your company, you're asked to speech about, um Let's say how can your company help in climate change, right? Mm-hmm. So I think that doesn't need any, what do you call this? You won't be needing any super scientific terms or technical terms when speaking. Yeah, you can just speak on the level of most people. Mm-hmm. Right?
Okay.
Okay. So, anyhow, because it's already time, let's continue this topic on our next meeting. Is that okay? Okay. So, yeah,
Yes.
so I'm excited for your
Okay.
autobiography. Yeah, so let's see each
Yeah,
other
yeah.
on
Okay.
Monday, okay? Yes,
On
next Monday.
Monday.
What's the
Okay.
date
Next
on next
Monday.
Monday?
What's the day? Let me, yeah, look up it.
7, I see.
October
Okay
7th.
then. So see you on October
Yes.
7. And yeah, so I just hope you have a good
Yes.
night's sleep. Okay, Brian, and have a nice
Okay.
weekend.
You too.
Yes.
Okay. Have a nice
Bye.
weekend. Bye.